Hello everybody, welcome to another one of my investing videos. My name is Mark, and in this video I am going to talk about what is a put option. I just did a video on what is a call option, and I chose Amazon stock, but in this video I'm going to choose US Steel, and the reason I'm going to choose US Steel is because if you look right here, it's been going down, and in the last, actually, let's pull up a sooner chart, a shorter time period of a chart. Here you go. In the last 6 months as of March, so actually that would be the last couple of months, it was up to $40, and now it's down to almost $20. Okay, so the stock's been dropping a lot, and with put options, call options, if you remember, you buy a call option if you think the stock is going to go up, but if you think the stock is going to go down, you would buy a put option. Now, of course, the other thing you could do is you can sell short, right? And selling short can be risky because if the stock goes up more than double, if you sell short and the stock goes up and it goes up more than double of the price that you shorted it, then you can end up losing more money than you started out with. So if you did 100 shares right here, you can see its last trade was $22.35. If you shorted 100 shares of it, that's $2,235. If it went up to $44, double that or whatever, then you would lose more than the $2,235 and you would go in the hole. And you could even get a margin call if you didn't have the money in your account to cover it. So the answer is put options. So instead of doing that, you go to the option chain. This is the option chain right there. And this is Ameritrade. I use Ameritrade, but most brokers are very similar. You click on the option chain, just like that. And let's say you think US Steel is going to keep dropping. So put options are contracts to sell 100 shares per contract. Okay, call options, if you remember, are 100 shares to buy the stock. So if you thought US Steel was going to go back up, if you thought that this downturn was just temporary, then you would get a call option. Okay, and you can see the last price is $22.32. Okay, and so instead of having to come up with $22.32 times 100, which would be what, $2,200. You can see the call options here. Its bid is $1.22, and it's at, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let me go back. Okay, its bid is $1.22, and its at, oops, its ask is $1.26. So let's say $1.24. Instead of having to come up with $2,232, now you only need to come up with $124. Okay, and for $124, you own a contract to buy 100 shares of US Steel at $22 per share for the next 21 days. Now, if you go longer out, 49 days, now you can, the price goes up. Now it costs you $1, looks like $1.78, $188, and the more you go out, the higher, the more expensive it gets. It's kind of like buying life insurance, right? If you get term life insurance for 10 years, that's going to be cheaper than getting term life insurance for 20 years. Okay, that's kind of how the price of options work. Okay, but let's say you thought it was going to go down. Well, instead of getting a call option, you would get a put option. Okay, now the price of US Steel, $22.32, and you'll notice the put options are cheaper than the calls. Okay, and the reason is because the price of the stock is higher than the price that you could sell it for. Okay, so if this call option was today, like if we go to 0 days, you can see the price of the put option is a penny. And you can't even buy them anymore because it would have expired today. But the price of the call is somewhere in between $30 and $36, and that's because the price of US Steel is $22.32. So $22.32 minus $22 is $32. And so you can see that the last is very close to what the difference in price is there. the true value of options is the difference between the price of the stock, which is $22.30, and the price of the option. So if we went, let's say, down to $21, you can see the last is $1.44.21, okay? And you can see the bid is $1.29, the ask is $1.38, but look at the price of steel, right? $22.32 minus 21 is $132. So you know that the value of that option is $132. That's the true value of an option. The rest of the money that you spend, like the reason why that the price goes up, like if you went all the way out to 630 days, you can see you're going to be spending about $600. You're paying for time, just like with term life insurance. But when time runs out, then whatever value is left is the difference between the price that you can buy or sell. Why is it doing that? Okay, there. Sell versus the price of the stock. Okay. Now in this video, I'm going to talk about put options. So I'm going to go to 21 days out. Now let's say in the next 21 days, you think U.S. Steel is going to go down. So you might buy a put option for $23. And this put option gives you the right to sell 100 shares of U.S. Steel in the next 21 days. Okay, it looks like you're going to spend somewhere between $1.47 times 100 and $1.52 times 100. So let's say $1.50. Let's say it's going to cost you $150. So that means if the price of U.S. Steel is more than $150 lower than this $23 price, which is the price that you can sell your shares at, then you'll start making money. So 23 minus $1.50 is $22.50. Well, the price of U.S. Steel at the moment is $22.32. So you can see the last there is $1.50, and so the value of your put option is pretty close to the value of this right there. Okay, and it's still after hours and so forth. Now let's say that U.S. Steel continued to go down. Let's say it went all the way down to $20, right? Well, you own a put option that gives you the right to sell U.S. Steel at $23 a share, so 23 minus 20, which would mean that the value of your put option would be worth $300 in 21 days, okay? Now, if it went down that much in the next week, then it would be worth $300 plus the extra time that's left. But let's just say that by the end of 0 days or by the end of 21 days, U.S. Steel goes down to $20. Your put option is going to be worth $300. 23 minus $20 is $300. You spent $150. The value of your put option would go up to $300. Guess what? You would make a 100% return on your money in 21 days. So that's the wonderful thing about stock options is leverage. And I think I'm going to do a video on the leverage that stock options give you and how it works, because leverage is the wonderful reason why stock options gives the little guy a chance to make money, you and me and anybody else that's not millionaires. If you're a millionaire, obviously you have advantage. Okay, so that's my short little video on put options. Just remember that when you short sell a stock, that's almost the same thing as buying a put option, but the difference is short selling a stock is risky because if the price of the stock goes up more than double the value, you lose money. Now, if you were to buy the put option and then the price of the stock, let's say, went up, let's say it went all the way up to $30, okay? Let's say U.S. Steel went all the way up to $30. The only money you would lose is this $150 you spent on the premium, okay? Now, if you were to short sell at $22.32, you need $2,232, and if it went up to $30, you'd lose almost $800, right? 30 minus 22, you would take an $800 loss. But if you bought a put option, you would still lose money, but you would only lose $150. So put options are a good way to lower your risk and also have a decent chance of making some good money and making good return on your investments. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.